Hey guys, it's B Mostly. Thank you for tuning into my podcast where we're healing from family ties, trauma, and taking accountability for all areas of our lives that may have held us back. Today is Mental Health Monday. I'm super excited for you because we are in the spring healing series, allowing the April showers to wash away any traumas, anxiety, depression, and blooming and blossoming to our May flowers. We are growing and sprouting to better. Okay, if this is your first time tuning in, I'm super excited for you. Please subscribe to my channel, like, share, and comment. Also, if this is not your first time, I appreciate you. I love you. Continue to support me. If you do not, please like all of my pages. Follow me on all of my pages at We're Healing From That on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, all platforms I am on. Please follow me on all platforms. As I said, today is Mental Health Monday. We are healing from feeling the void, okay? We're healing from feeling voids. We're healing from that. Okay, let's get into it. Mental Health Monday. I would like to just be honest and, come down, have a humbling, conversation with you guys and say that it has been very, very hard for me to talk. It has been very, very hard for me to think lately. And, I've allowed this series to, sit in my mind, and, personal things have been affecting me. And, it felt like I cannot talk sometimes. And I feel like I cannot get out what I want to say. And I talk for long periods of time, and I think, and I strategize, and I give you guys great content, or tries to give you guys great content, and talk to you, and molding myself to better, and getting back into the podcast was very, very challenging for me. It was very different for me, because I wanted to come back with a pure and set mind frame when it came to coming back. And I wanted to talk about topics that you guys can relate to, talk about topics that you guys can strategize your life with, and you're not compromising on your healing no more. On Worth It Wednesday, your worth. On Fridays, we're finally free. You are walking in your freedom and your healing. All of these things that I talked to you guys about, I struggle with as well still. And I was just like sitting here and recording, and trying to figure out what I'm going to talk about during the upcoming weeks, and just different things. I was really struggling, and I don't know if I need meditation. I always say meditate, you guys, pray, you guys, journal. I don't know what I need at this time, but what I do know is talking to you, coming up with ideas, strategizing with you guys, healing with you guys, because all areas that we're talking about, the title of my podcast is very intentional, because we're healing from that. When I started the podcast, that's when I started, taking things seriously, and taking a change seriously, and taking the ability to speak. You could not pay me to, talk about anything. And when it came to voids, I was filling them with toxicity. You understand what I'm saying? I was filling them with, relationships. I was filling them with void. Filling them with food. I was filling them with, sometimes I would write. Sometimes I would do activities that probably weren't healthy for me. I was doing things that, the voids that I had for myself, or the voids that were, challenging to break off of me, those things were being filled by toxic, and creating more toxic in my mental. I was actually breaking down my mental. And you would be like, how are you breaking down your mental if you're feeling a void? So say you have a void of anger, right? I was angry at a person that have betrayed my trust. So I was angry at a person that betrayed my will and my abilities to move forward, and my abilities to grow into someone different. Would you tell me that? Would you be like, oh, but you're excellent, you're doing a podcast, you want to help people, you talk about mentorships, you talk about books, you talk about this, you talk about that, and it's like, okay, but the voice that I'm trying to fill with the anger was caused by someone else, and now I have to take the responsibility and just change it to good. Why? You understand what I'm saying? Now I have to, have this ability to change and fill my voice with something healthier, like the podcast, and change it and create charities, and change it and create mentorships, change it and create a journal to help people, change it and create, the ability to be more. You understand what I'm saying? Change it and create, circles and, small groups to be, helping and molding women and men, girls and boys. You understand what I'm saying? And sheesh, who said that I want to do that? Let's be honest. Like, people wake up and, they go through things and they say, for Mental Health Monday, I would say in my mind, it changes daily. In my mind, it runs daily. And, no one's going to talk about, like, why do I have to do this? Why do I have to be brand new? Why do I have to, sometimes I'll be like, why do I have to be B. Mosley in my podcast? So, why do I have to decide to change this void to be healthy? You understand what I'm saying? Why do I have to use a person? Because I would, to be authentic and raw with you guys, you already know how we talk. I was using people to fill voids. I was using, some situations and relationships that I was in to fill voids that I needed to take care of myself. You cannot make me feel safe if I don't feel safe within myself. You can't make me feel safe here in your mental if I don't feel safe within myself. You understand what I'm saying? No one can fix your pain. No one can fix your mental. Instead of you just taking this proper steps and writing down and strategizing how you're going to change and fill in those voids, you're going to be stuck there at all times. Was I filling voids in a physical way? Possibly. You understand what I'm saying? Was I filling voids with, people with stress eat? Or people, I would have my days of, when I say I would be getting up, starting over each day. I always tell people that every day for me is getting up and starting over. Getting up and being more. Getting up and, strategizing, how can I think positive? How can I think of more? How can I be more? How can I get to more? How can I, feel better about myself? How can I, be free in a mental mindset? You understand? I'm free mentally and I'm thinking positive, affirmations about myself. I'm working towards something. You understand what I'm saying? When you're doing something for years, I'm in my 20s. I've done tons of things. Now I'm trying to change my mind. The voice are eating at me like, no, we were nice and filling, and you were filling us, and we're full. I'm still full from what we did last year. I'm still full for what cycle we were in. I'm still full from the anger that you felt. I am not, empty yet. This is fun for me. Your voice can feel, kind of fun, and, sometimes you're changing your mind to think it's safe to keep feeling them, but they aren't. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's just, recently I was feeling voids that, I'm trying to avoid the podcast. Like, I was avoiding the podcast. I have nothing to say. I have nothing to give of myself. You understand what I'm saying? I want this to be a healthy, clean slate, and it was not. You understand what I'm saying? And I was also having areas of doubts. Like, can I break free from this anxiety? Can I break free of this depression? Can I break free of this negative thinking? Can I break free of this void that I need to, go at the trauma instead of I'm, walking to the trauma, me and the trauma being partners. You have to be partners with your broken heart. You have to be partners with your broken mindset and really, work together and give yourself the steps and the ability to be more. What void are you trying to fill? And when are you going to stop trying to fill that void with the negativity that's not helping you? Because in reality, when I'm feeling voids, it's not helping me. It's making me feel warm for a second, but is it allowing me to grow? No. You're voided. You're absent within yourself. You're absent within your mind frame. You're absent within your spirit. You're absent within your heart. You don't know what you're thinking about. You don't know what steps you're going into. You don't know where you want to be. You're voided. You're deleting your authentic self. You're deleting this place where you had deleted a place where you can grow within yourself. You understand what I'm saying? When you are voided and you are, outside of yourself, let's talk about it. You're outside of yourself and you looking outside and in the inside is growing. You understand what I'm saying? It's a program. Okay, here comes here's an analogy. Growing community, voided street, okay? You on the street, you on voided street, and you see this community of growth, right? And they community centers, they have programs, and they have this program of growth, right? Sorry. And you're the voided person, and you're looking in, they're doing activities, depression is doing activities, anxiety is doing activities, they're talking to the counselor, trauma, is sitting there, this different areas in your life that needs to be fixed. Brokenness is sitting there and they talking to these counselors, because this is a growing community center. And, your voided self is just looking in the inside, because it's all clear glass, it's sunshine, we're trying to grow. And your voided self is just looking and you see them strategize and you see them writing down their goals. You see them how they can break free of this thing because they want to be away from you. And your voided self is just looking and you're just on the outside and the counselor is like, hey, void, are you ready? No, I'm not ready. I'm full. And anger was like, I don't know how you're full for me because I'm done. I'm trying to be happy. And anxiety was like, yo, we cool. We great. Like I have steps for you to be better. And depression was like, man, I don't even want to be down no more. I love my analogies. And in this community center, you don't even have to be voided anymore. You can be growing, you can be prospering, but you rather fill that with a relationship. You rather fill that with unhealthy foods. I'm talking to myself as well because I stress eat. I have this way of just sitting in my thoughts. I'm human. When I know the tools and the steps that I need to take to be more, to be greater, to, help people. But my voided self need help as well. What are you going to do? Where are you going to be? Who do you need in your life to mold you to that? And if you are into some things, if you are in mentorship, if you do have a mentor, a life coach, or you have this group, you're wasting your money. Why? Because it's not working if you're not growing. You want to be better. You want to, spend your money and do the different things. But are you really growing outside of that? Like, are you even, listening and taking notes and wanting to be more? I had situations that were tests that I was failing. I keep saying this all the time. You know the answer and you keep failing because you really don't want to study yourself. You know what voids you're trying to fill. Can you heal those voids? You understand what I'm saying? Can you be more? Can you strategize more? Can you, sit back, breathe, slow down, and be content, not for a long time, at where you are and grow from there? You even need to be thinking content in where you are and growing from there. You understand? Strategize from where you are now. Even if it's taking, a counselor in or different counselors and trying to figure out which one fits for you, which one is taking your plan of action and getting you to a place where you are growing. Honestly, truthfully. That's what it looks like when you are not trying to fill those voids in a negative way. In a positive way, you are being and striving and ascending to greater things, and then if you are trying to fill the void, you're doing things that aren't healthy and you were doing things that wasn't healthy. You understand what I'm saying? I was doing things that wasn't healthy for me. I was doing things that wasn't healthy for my, mind frame and where I needed to be. I have great things ahead of me, major things ahead of me. So what are you going to do with it, B. Mosley? Where are you going to be, B. Mosley? Are you going to give people the tools to not fill their voice with toxicity and not fill their voice and knowing their worth and walking in their freedom? Or are you going to, really put in that work? Ask yourself that, bro, sis. Like, are you really going to put in that work within yourself? Or you're going to, continuously fill voids, using people, using foods, using activities, you're drinking, you're smoking, you're partying, you're gambling, you're using XES as a scapegoat. Are you going to keep doing those things? And I had to ask myself that as well. No, I'm done. You understand what I'm saying? I'm finished. You know what I mean? Like, I can no longer allow these voids to ruin my life. I need to delete the void within me to be a better me. You understand what I'm saying? So you need to start taking your own tests, studying yourself, and being more for yourself. And I do hope that this video did help you. As I said, being authentic with you guys. Just thinking about what I have done in these months of, doing this podcast and, strategizing for being more. I'm getting a little emotional talking. It's very, very challenging to get up and, push and strive. But I just want you to know that is worthy of that. And, knowing your worth, knowing that you need to be free, knowing that you need to get into your mental health, and, knowing that you need to grow. It's a blessing to do so. And I really want you guys to get into yourself and grow. You hear me? Grow, 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 grow. I'm so proud of you. I am thankful for you. Please share this video with someone. Please comment if it did help you. Please view all the videos if you can, catch up. Like I said, if this is your first time, please, 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 just support you guys. And if any and everything you want to talk about, please leave in a comment. Any topic I'll talk about. If you want to come on the podcast, however, whatever, I am here. I do hope that this Mental Health Monday did help you, and that the spring healing series is allowing you to wash away all of your troubles. I love you. I'll see you in the next episode.